What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those that don't know me, my name is Brock and I review root beers, so you can call me RootBeerBrock. And today on this episode we are going to be trying a root beer that is all natural. So natural, in fact, it comes from the main root of the tree. Yeah. It's called Maine Root. That's what this root beer is called. Maine Root Root Beer. This root beer was made in Maine, and it is marketed to have very natural and healthy ingredients for its root beer. There's no artificial sweeteners. There's no added sugars. It's not high on fructose, which is really good because things that are high on fructose aren't really good for most people. But anyways, this root beer claims to have 100% pure cane sugar. So you know how I am with the root beers on this channel that have pure cane sugar in it. I get so excited to try them. So with this one, it's no exception. So let's go ahead and break out the glass. Alright guys, so I got the glass, which is a nice glass bottle, which I don't know if I've done a glass bottle in a while, but here we go. We got the Maine Root Root Beer. So it kind of reads really weirdly, but yeah, up at the top of this you got the ingredients. I'm sorry, I'm still working out my new webcam and trying to get that to focus. I look so stupid trying to get this to focus. I can't touch it like I can my camera, but yeah, so I'm just gonna have to read that off to you. I don't think it's gonna focus unfortunately. So this root beer's ingredients, which I absolutely love that they have the ingredients on the label like this, but it is carbonated pure water, fair trade certified organic cane sugar. Okay, let's try that again. Fair trade certified organic cane sugar, spot and spices, which here it doesn't really say what those spices are, but I went to their website because I was really interested in what this root beer had to offer, like what it was trying to say, and it's got a really interesting story to it. Like I said, it's not high on fructose and it's 100% pure cane sugar. So this pure cane sugar actually comes from a fair trade with their friends in Brazil, which is really cool. So in Brazil, they farm their key ingredient of the pure cane sugar, and then in support, the Maine Root Root Beer Company support their hospitals and schools, which is just awesome. Awesome little exchange there. I absolutely love that, and I really like their story and what they stand for. And then if you go over to their root beer, and the spices in their root beer is wintergreen, clove, and anise. So there's anise in this, which has been a pattern in a lot of these natural made root beers. So I'm really excited about this, and I want to give a special thanks to my friend Maddox for gifting me this root beer. He gifted me this a long time ago, and I am sorry that it's taken me so long to get to review it, but here I am. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. Ooh, it opened pretty easily. So yeah, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. The Maine Root Root Beer going in. Wow, that's not what I was expecting at all. That's a really good root beer. Oh my gosh, I'm very shocked that an all-natural root beer like this comes out tasting so good. I'm not used to that. So a lot of the all-natural root beers I've had on this channel, like Virgil's or Bundaberg or I can't even think of another one right now, but I know there's another one that I've had that's had the same problem, but they all tasted kind of fruity. They had a fruity taste to it. But this is a very interesting exception. This is a very creamy and nicely made root beer. Like, I am very shocked at how this root beer tastes. So you can definitely taste the natural ingredients in this root beer. And let me tell you, just the way that those ingredients all just blend together, and they really make this amazing flavor in your mouth. Like, I am actually shocked at how well this tastes. Like, it really has this like very seasoned and well spiced flavor to it. And then all of that is blended in with a amazing creamy taste. And so they just absolutely knocked it out of the park with how a root beer should be made. Like, I am actually very surprised by this root beer, and it may actually be the perfect root beer. I'm not even joking. It is definitely up there. It tastes very similar to Oklahoma's root beer that I've reviewed on this channel that I absolutely loved. I gave it a 10 out of 10. And yeah, I'm honestly thinking about this being a 10 out of 10 as well. Let me keep drinking and we'll discover what I think of it. But yeah, it's really interesting cuz you can really taste those natural flavors, like literally like they were just farmed that day and thrown into this drink. It's very natural, and it's got such a good flavor to it for being natural. Like, usually it doesn't taste as good, but I don't know what they did differently that these other brands have been doing with their natural ingredients, but this one does a very good job. And whatever that pure cane sugar is that they use in Brazil, holy cow, that's the stuff. That's the stuff right there. It might as well be illegal. Like, they're moving that across the border, and it's fine and dandy. Let me tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, so you may have noticed in the past few videos that, hey, what is this thing doing right beside me? What in the world is that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is my new mascot for the channel. You know, this is very awkward. I'm trying to get it in shot. Okay, there it is. It's very tall. So, it's gonna have to see a chiropractor after this. But anyways, this is Zia, the giraffe. Zia the giraffe. And yes, there is a root beer on this channel that was named Zia. It was a soda company called Zia Beverage, and they had their own root beer called Zia. So yeah, that's where I got the name. Named it after that root beer, and it's called Zia. So yeah, everyone meet Zia. This is the friendly giraffe that just sits right here and is unfortunately too tall to have its whole face in frame. Poor giraffe. But anyways, back to this root beer. The reason I go on a bit of a talking tangent after sipping a few sips of root beer during these reviews is because I want to see what the root beer does when it's going through me. Like, what is the effect of this root beer? Golly. Right now, what I can tell you is this root beer has actually kind of dried my throat out a little bit. There's like this weird, from the aftertaste, there's this like weird, like, it feels like I swallowed dirt. I'm not even lying. That's how fresh the ingredients are in this root beer. So it does kind of seem like there's some side effects from drinking this root beer. It does kind of leave like an unpleasant feeling in the back of your throat. But yeah, that's why I go on talking tangents is to give the root beer some time to bubble up and settle and see what different opinions I may form from it overall. So with that explanation out of the way, I think it's time for me to rate this root beer. So I think this is a brilliant root beer. I love everything that this company is doing. It's a very wholesome, amazing company. The fact that they are doing this for like a charity reason and also like making it a fair trade, a very ethical trade, and not just like taking advantage of these farmers in Brazil and actually like partnering up with them and giving them something amazing in return, like supporting their schools and hospitals and stuff. That's just a brilliant thing. And doing that was just absolutely genius because look look at this. Amazing, amazing root beer. And without that 100% Brazilian pure cane sugar, I don't think this root beer would be worth squat, honestly. Like, it would kind of be like those other all natural root beers I've had that are kind of just mid. But I think this one is better than mid, and it is better than most, if I'm being honest. Like, I really like this root beer, and I really want to give it a 10 out of 10, but with that slight filling that formed in the back of my throat from drinking this, I really don't think a 10 out of 10 is really what this root beer deserves, but I definitely think it's up there. I think this root beer is going to get a 9.5 out of 10. I think it is borderline the perfect root beer. There's just a little bit wrong with it that just holding it back, like the poor aftertaste that it leads, and also the ingredients tasting too present in the root beer. Like, you can taste everything in there like it was just farmed, which is kind of off-putting in a way I could see for most people. So yeah, 9.5 out of 10, but hey, this root beer absolutely shocked me. If you've never tried Maine Root Beer, go ahead and pick this up. Like, I am actually shocked by this. It is amazing root beer, just filled with so much flavor, so much energy. I really like this root beer, and I definitely get this root beer again. Like, 9.5 out of 10, you can't beat that. Great root beer. Actually, you can, but it's very hard. Great root beer. But as I go in for the final sip, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. It means the world that you come out and enjoy me in these root beer videos. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. And also turn on the notification bell so you never miss a RootBeerBrock video. So here we go, guys. Final sip. And with that, I like to say, good job. Let's go home.
You thirsty, partner?